Okay, we're continuing with this book here called Best Christian Songs by me, Pete Rogers. And so what the book is mainly about, it's like a catalog of the names of all the great songs of Christianity put into different categories. I did have a little section here where I put the famous paintings of the great composers and photographs of the albums of the great singers and stuff, because I want people to know about this. What's happening is a lot of the best Christian stuff, it's being deleted from the internet. You know, in case you haven't figured it out yet, there's a big push by the rich people of the world to get rid of Christianity because they want to bring back slavery, make themselves like the equivalent of gods, like the Roman emperors. Okay, so it's like what's happened in Ireland. They open up the you know what they call that thing down way south? You know what it's called? The border, okay? And they flood these countries with young men of the same age as military who hate the native people of the country, like the white Christian people, and who want to get rid of them, bump them off. Jenna, then you know what comes next, side them. Okay, that's what's happening. That's what's happening in Ireland. Then look what they did in Ireland. They're now hiring police from Pakistan to crush the Irish people, to make them go extinct. Okay, don't kid yourself that wasn't what the Democrats were trying to do to the United States, and they're going to try to do again if they come back into power, which who knows if they will. Okay, so anyways, it's good to know your culture because there's nothing to replace this. Remember, if it's not this, it's going to be things like Drag Queen Story Hour, okay? And all this insanity, all right? So anyways, I'm just going to show you some of the great music, okay? Because that's one of the goals of this channel is to save Western civilization, okay? And I mean that. It's very easy to save it. It's by far the best thing. There's more Christians than any other group on earth. They're just kind of lazy, unconnected, unaware, stupid, okay? So anyways, first of all, Johann Sebastian Bach, okay? He sort of came out of early days of Lutheranism. And Martin Luther, give him credit, he did love music in the church and singing. He wrote some songs, A Mighty Fortress is Our God. Okay, for Bach, I'll just give you a song. I'll play one. I'll put some links in the description below just to get a sample of their work, like the great tenor John McCormack from Ireland, singing Son of God or something like that. Haze with joy a man's desiring, okay? Bach, what did Bach say? All my work, I do it for God, okay? Every composition is to the glory of God. Okay, this guy is perhaps the greatest composer that ever lived, certainly in the top 5. Okay. He wrote church music in his life. And there's Beethoven. Okay, Beethoven, another magnificent, absolutely magnificent composer. Okay, and he's, these guys are all going to be arrogant. They know they're great. They know they're some of the greatest people who ever lived in their field. He went for a walk with Goethe. And they're walking around the German countryside, and a lot of people were kind of waving and wanting to talk to them, and they were kind of busy having a bit of a serious conversation. And Goethe said, "Oh, isn't this annoying, all these people walking up to you trying to talk? Doesn't it bother you?" And Beethoven's like, don't mind. They're not coming to talk to you. They're coming to talk to me, as if, he was so much more important than Goethe. So anyways, I'll put a link to a song from Beethoven in here, who kept on going even after he went deaf. Okay, Roberto Carlos, a great Spanish singer. I'll put one of his songs too. Jesus Cristo is a great song. Let's see who's next here. I'll just do a couple of them. You get a sense of them. Jacqueline Carr, she's got a magnificent voice. She sings a great song called You Are Bigger Than That. It's wonderful. Okay. Carter Family, one of the greatest all-time country music groups. We recently did their best song is Will the Circle Remain Unbroken. That's magnificent. But they got a lot of other really good songs. I'll play one of those. Just a little more of this for today. Johnny Cash, okay? I'll give you one of Johnny's songs. He's magnificent, obviously. Okay, and that's enough for today. Hope you enjoy it. I'll have the links to some of their best songs in the description below.